Hi, welcome back to Sherry's Crocheted Happiness. I'm catching up on my temperature blanket for today, February 24th. This week we've had quite a spell of 30-degree weather and no snow this week, although none of the snow that we had melted, so it's just been, well, it's melting, but it's not going away very quickly. Today we did wake up to having snow, and it snowed almost all the entire day until probably about an hour or so ago. And it's almost 9 o'clock here our time, so it snowed quite a bit today, giving us about an inch or two, and we're supposed to get more snow this week all the way through Thursday, which considering that baseball tryouts are supposed to start tomorrow, that's a little inconvenient. Yesterday was actually, even though it was quite chilly outside, yesterday's temperature only got up to 32. But we decided we have a batting cage in our backyard, so we decided to go out and clear the batting cage and get my son some hitting time. And I had a fire and was crocheting a little bit outside. It was kind of nice out there. It was chilly for sure, but it was nice to sit outside in the sun and enjoy the day. And my son got to hit like 3 buckets of balls and did some tee work, and think he's ready to go try out for his first year of high school baseball. Their tryouts are going to start inside tomorrow because they were able to clear their batting cages at the school on Friday. Or not Friday, Saturday they went and the team did. But of course it snowed today, and it's supposed to snow again starting at like 4 o'clock in the morning this morning. And so by the time that tryouts would start, they'd have to clear them again. So anyways, they're going to do that inside. Tomorrow our temperature high is not supposed to get out of the 20s, so I'll get to go back to this pretty pink color here, or this light rosy color. I have already gone through, this is my second skein of this color. We've had so much in the 30 degrees that I've actually gone through my second skein. So if you are working on your own temperature blanket, I would recommend getting probably 2 skeins of each color, or know that it is something that you can easily get at the craft store, you're not using something that is outdated or has been retired, because you don't want to get in the middle of a project and have to change colors midstream. And if it continues with our 30s, if we keep getting 30s, I may end up getting a whole nother skein of this. And this yarn is actually something that Joann's carries. It's called their Big Twist Value yarn. And I think it's very similar to Red Heart. It's probably about the same quality, maybe a little nicer, and it's basically Joann's brand, it seems. And if you do Ibotta, for sure get that brand, because you can get some rebates on Ibotta. So anyways, crocheting right along here on catching up on today's date for the 24th of February. My son and my husband and I were chatting about how long we thought this blanket was going to end up being, and my son thinks it's going to be about 14 feet. My husband says 15 feet, but I guess we'll see at the end of the year. And my son said, well, if you keep up with it, then we'll get to see. So far, so good. I've almost made it through 2 months, and I may not crochet on it every single day, but I do make sure I get the temperature down so that I can catch up. And if I have missed a couple of days, I'm thankful for Google app, because it can help me figure out what the temp was. But I try very hard not to forget to write it down, at least for the day. So just going right along using my half double crochet. So just as a reminder, for half double crochet, that's yarn over, go through the top 2, yarn over, pull through till you have 3 on, yarn over, and pull through all 3 of them. And you just keep going down the row here, just as so. be interesting to see how much snow we end up with. I know we're going to hit a record for sure this year, for this month, for snow. Last I had read, the snowfall record was for the month of February was from 1916 or 1915, something like that. And for sure we're going to break that record. Got a ton of snow out there. And it's not just us getting snow, it's everybody's getting snow. My dad lives in Minnesota, and of course he's getting snow. My mom lives in Reno, and of course she's getting snow. My husband had a coworker who thought he'd go to Vegas and get away from the snow, and sure enough, it snowed in Vegas. We were actually in Vegas last year at this time for a baseball tournament, and it was pretty chilly with that wind down there. We didn't have any snow, and I think we might have had a little bit of rain while we were there, but the wind and the cold for sure. We kind of joked that even the ladies walking around with pasties had jackets on because it was so cold. I bet you they weren't even out on the strip when it was snowing, because for, you know, you're half naked, it's pretty cold. So anyways, I'm almost done with this row here. So keep crocheting, keep up with your blankets, and remember to subscribe to my page and go check out Sherry's Crochet on Facebook to see my latest projects and to see what other things I might be posting on there. And we'll see you at the end of the next week, and I can tell you how the weather ended up and how much snow we ended up with here, and if we were able to get back into the 20s, or who knows, even the 40s. You never know. We might have a Chinook blow through and it could get up to as high as 60 or 70 degrees. Unlikely, but it is possible. So, all right, we'll see you next time.